Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you at. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Um, Welcome back to the Den. I'm your host, your mistress of ceremony, Lady Nyca. Now, before we get into anything, let me acknowledge the chat as I allow people to flow through. Because once I start, I'm going to kind of like get my mind off the chat for a minute, okay? So, good morning, pretty chocolate girl. Good morning, Faith. Good morning, Leslie. Good morning, Spam. Let me stop saying good morning because some of y'all East Coast people. So, welcome back to the den, Leslie, pretty chocolate girl, Face Yaya, Foxy Black, D Dot, Miss Gerald, Angie, Sugar Plum, Lolly Bunny. How you doing? YouTube cameras, thank you so much for last night and welcome. Shay Beezy was popping, boo. Hey Tiffany Black, how you doing, girl? Still standing, how you doing? Dee Dee Jones, how you doing? Sweet Messenger, how you doing? Good morning, Ronnie Howard. Reese's, how you doing? Three Heartbeats, Teddy C. Let me see. Did I speak to my Leslie? Hey, Leslie. Hey, Miss Queenie. Hey, L7. Hey, So Bone. How you doing? Hey, Fifi. How you doing, girl? Hey, the other Fifi. Fifi TV and just Miss Fifi. How you doing? Sour Patch. Hey, Pudding. Hey, Miss Bliss. Thank you. What's going on, Taylor? Hey, Melody. Hey, Mirror. How you doing, baby? How you been feeling? Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Nicole Allen. How you doing? Mister, how you doing? Invictus, how you doing? Invictus, my book's supposed to be here today. Sure it is. I can't wait. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Shanice. How you doing? Hey, Tanya McNeil. How you doing? Hey, T May. How you doing? Hey, Shay Elboo. Hey, Sweetie Pie. How you doing, honey? Hey, Miss Liz. That Virgo. Don't get it twisted, bitch. That Virgo. EXO, I'm glad you here. EXO, my spirit was low yesterday and my attitude wasn't right. So, I'm gonna trust what you got going on. I don't have to hear. I believe what you gonna bring to the table, and I appreciate you for even offering. EXO is going to be our official DJ this coming Saturday. Okay. So let me finish speaking. Hey Miss Jean, my spirit right. I'm gonna talk right today. Hey Mr. Carruthers, Shovel. Hey Brick Girl, how you doing? Hey the Mrs. Peace, how you doing? Let me see. I think I got everybody. If I left anybody out, please forgive me. Before I get into what I want to talk about today, let me go ahead on and do the announcement, bitch, because we want you to be in the know around here in the den. And on October the 29th, that is this Saturday, right here in the den, we're going to have the den's first annual costume contest and Halloween party right here at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. For you East Coast folks, that's around 8 o'clock. And I think for the West Coast, what is it, about 6 or 5 o'clock? I don't know for certain, but we will be having a costume contest and a Halloween party. So if you think that your outfit is everything in a bag of chips, well, girl, make your next move your best move. Join us in the den on Saturday. Be willing to click the link, and I have some already pre-selected judges who will look over your outfits. They will determine who is the winner and the winner up. Donations are still coming. So I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna post. We know you will win at least $100 if you're the winner and $50 if you are the winner of. That pot on both of those can possibly go up because your cash apps will be post it in the chat for anybody that's in the den that night that wants to pour into you. They can, and you may get extra because there is money already having been put in my cash out to give you. Okay, so the pot is going up. So if you got your fly outfit, your fly Halloween outfit, and you want to be a part of everything, come on down and get you some of these coins that's gonna be flowing free. That night we will have EXO as our official DJ. She's gonna give you a little blues, a little up to date. I ain't forget about the people in my age range, so she's gonna play some blues. She also gonna give you some of your up to date music. She might even throw a little Halloween music in there. It's a good time, and I think it's you know in lieu of everything that's been going on around here, girl, we could use a little sunshine, a little fun time, okay? Just because we the beef sector does not mean that we gotta be tearing each other's esophagus out every time we go live, okay? So join us for the costume contest and Halloween party here in the den this coming Saturday. Okay, let me get back to comments so I can see. Hey there, misunderstood. What's going on, honey? What does the name change mean? What do you mean what the name change mean? What name change? Hey, Miss Polly. Hey, friend Jay. What's going on, baby? What's going on? I like yanking spleens and livers. Oh, girl. Okay. Hey, Ronnie. How you doing? How you doing? Okay, let's talk. Hey there, Jay. Hey, ghetto intellect. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so let's talk. Oh, not me. Okay, well, girl, let me mind my business then. Okay, yesterday we had yet another hiccup in the den. And I hear everybody has had a little something to say about what happened on yesterday. Now that I'm in a calmer mood, my spirit right, I can address what happened yesterday. Okay. I want to say I received what Kwani and what Teresa said. Okay. I watched all videos this morning and I can receive what you guys were saying. And I actually, I know everything content, but you ain't had to even give a fuck about it down here. And you didn't have to be fair in your reporting. You could have said any kind of fucked up thing to me as some chose to do so. Five girl, until you can meet up with a gynecologist, nothing you say matters to me, okay? Keep playing like you in Philly and shut what we like to call the fuck up. I wouldn't take advice from you, bitch. If you was the last man on earth, I'd have to go on my own. I have to go off what I do. Girl, I don't take no advice from no bitch like you. And it ain't because I think that I'm better than you. Well, bitch, I am, but it ain't because of that. It's because, girl, people girl, I don't even like you. So anything you say to me, I'm not gonna be able to receive it. But don't give me no damn advice about what I should be doing in my den. What you need to do is step your pussy up as it pertains to your motherfucking channel and stop trying to tell me what to do over here in the den. Cause baby, before we ever know about a fishy bitch named Fi, I was in this motherfucking den on the ones and twos handling this shit. So keep your motherfucking advice and shut the fuck up. Now, yesterday, I went live because I was asked to come live. It was not my, hey, There. It was not my, hey, Purple Peach. It was not my intention to go live at all yesterday because I wasn't feeling my best. But I said my people is hitting me up. They want me to come live. So I did I made an executive decision, despite how I was feeling, to come live and share a little of me with you. Okay? Y'all know I was all balanced, bitch. Y'all know I was all balanced. Let me tell you what I did, misunderstood girl. I come on here yesterday, came up on the thing, done played the intro and everything. Girl, I ain't hit a live button yet. I was playing the shit for my damn self. So when I realized my fault, I had made a motherfucking problem. I had to make a mistake. I had to turn the live button on and redo all that shit. And I was just tickled. That shit tickled me, child. I was gagging off my damn self. Hey, it's me, Felicia. Girl, I actually came on, turned my intro on, popped up here, and was about to conversate with the people. I was about to converse, girl. And do you know, girl, I hadn't even hit the live button. So y'all ain't hear shit I did. So I had to come on live and do it all over again. I was so ashamed. Oh, I was ashamed, girl. That was so embarrassing. Girl, I was embarrassed. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody coming in the den, baby. I tripped out yesterday. I was on some fuck shit yesterday, but that's okay. We got past that. So while I'm in the midst of telling the people what's going on, Pizarro came in the chat, right? Pizarro came in the chat. Pizarro asked for the link. Then she disappeared because I was still talking. So I was like, when she come back, I'm gonna drop the link. Okay. I said I'm gonna drop the link then, and then I let her come up and say what she needs to say. So I kept on talking to the people and everything. Hey Coco, I understand, baby. I kept talking, and then Pizarro came back in the chat and she said, where the link? So at that point, I dropped the link. It was never my intention to drop the link yesterday because I was already on that fuck shit. And despite what people may think, I just started really doing these panels. Bitch, I've been carrying my show for myself for a while. Okay, I told you I'm the mahogany of this organization. You can be the mahogany wherever the fuck else you want to, but over here, it's all about me. Okay, so I dropped the link, right? I dropped the link and immediately just read my book and I see you in the chat. I'm glad you're here so we can have this, so I can let you know how I feel. You click that link. Now, I saw you before I dropped that link. So it's to my understanding at that time, you heard Pizarro, well, you heard me say, Pizarro, I dropped the link. You popped up on the link. I immediately said, because I knew who I dropped the link for, I said, I don't want no arguing up here today. I don't feel like that shit. You said you wouldn't go argue. Well, that was cute, and that's the right thing to do. However, you know that there is tension between y'all. Neither one of y'all like each other at all. Okay. So when you hit that link and then she came up, I was multitasking because my kids showed up. Okay. And when my kids show up, this shit comes secondary to my real life. So I'm talking to my children and I left y'all up here. Now, did I think that you was gonna get attacked? No, but I knew y'all was gonna get into it because y'all don't like each other. Now, what I didn't know was the reason. I did not know that it were other content channels, content creator channels that you frequented where you got up and you went up there and you either enjoyed someone besmirching her name or you were in the chat. Now, since yesterday, I have been sent a couple of different little clips of you doing exactly what they said you were doing. When I found it out, when you said you never said nothing about her, people were hitting me up immediately. My damn IG lit up like fucking a Christmas tree of people saying, look, I'm not trying to be messy, but she's not really being truthful. She's not telling you that she do talk shit about Pizarro in other places. At that moment, I asked you. You said you say little things, little smart snide things, but you don't feel as if it's a drag. Well, anything about me, just read my book, I consider it a drag. So being honest, that's what it is. You might not think that what you say is harmful to someone, but anything negative said about somebody and you said it more than once, it's going to be deemed as negative. And they're going to feel like you dragging them. Because when you got something negative to say about somebody, you don't have to say it in several spots. But that is your right to say whatever you want to. But what you don't have a right to do is to come up here knowing that this girl don't, if you talk shit about her, she's going to talk shit about you. Putting me in the middle of that shit yesterday was what sent me over the edge, okay? Because I didn't have nothing to do with that. I don't go to the spaces that you go to, you know. I don't go to those spaces, so I don't hear what you're saying. So once I found out that that was going on, I stepped aside to allow y'all to have whatever it is y'all need to have. My point was, when I told you Pizarro was coming up here and you know how she responds to people talking shit about her, then that was your moment. If you really was thinking about my platform and keeping the peace over here, you should have got down. Why should you have been the one to get down? Because you weren't the one that asked for the link first. If it would have been the other way around, and you asked for the link, then I would have felt like Pizarro shouldn't have came up here unless she looking for a fight. It ain't no rationale once the person feels offended. The thing about it is, older people do this a lot, some. But you cannot be angering these young folk and think that they not going to act out. You got years on her. So you know how to handle yourself and how to be quiet. She ain't going to let you handle her. And that's not me taking it for her. That's me being real. Because if somebody says something about me and I don't like, if I go to another person's platform and I catch them over there, I can't promise you that my age and my wisdom is gonna kick in and I ain't gonna click the link and let you have it, because I have done that before. See, you can't let the word says, let us not become conceited, provoking one another or envying one another. A soft answer turns away any form of wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. That's the word. I ain't said God said it. So take that over him. My whole issue was, you knew what the situation was. You knew what you had to said about her. You know how she gets down. So what made you think you and her can have a civil conversation? You can feel how you want to feel about her. I'm not trying to change your opinion of her, just like I'm not trying to change her opinion of you. But see, the problem is that bullshit came to the den. Now, yeah, we're in the beef sector, but my channel ain't rah, rah, rah all the time. Sometimes I have a feel good channel. I tell y'all that, hey, Miss B Town, I hope everything is going well with you. But I tell y'all all the time, my channel is a melting pot of a lot of things. It's a gumbo over here. You're going to get a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay, sometimes arguments happen on these platforms, and it's up to the content creator to do the best that they can to try to reel that shit back in. But I ain't nobody's mama on this bitch. And when somebody is angry, they gonna say whatever they wanna say to you. Because when I'm mad, I'm gonna say whatever I feel like I need to say to you. You point. My whole thing is, you knew what the situation was. You knew that situation could turn hostile. I already had said I did not want no drama up here yesterday. And by you, at that moment, if you really was thinking about me, you would have said, okay, well, Nyca, I'm going to get down and let her go and come up since she asked first. And then I'll come back after she's finished. She never stay up on my damn channel that long on the link. So you could have very easily came back up and we could have chatted it up like we always do. But the reason why that shit looked like you wanted a little kick off with her was because you stayed up here after I told you she was coming. And then when things got bad, you still sat here and continue to throw little slide remarks at her way, knowing that that's going to anger somebody. Now, I didn't like that because why put me in that position? Yes, I've known you for years. Yes, we have a relationship, but you don't never supposed to do no shit that's gonna cause contention for me. You are the older person, and you are the you. She grown, but you grown. That's all I'm saying. And then what really pissed me out was, even though I let that play out yesterday and stayed out of this shit, the individual that flagged my channel and wasn't smart enough to shut the fuck up and let me get the email first, you so busy wanting to tell me how big your dick is over mine, you gonna get in my comment section and tell me I'm gonna flag you each and every time I feel that there is yelling, fussing, and bullying. See, that's what the shit that got to me was the bullying. Cause who the fuck got bullied? Didn't nobody get bullied. There is no bullying when you elsewhere set fires and then you run over here thinking that it's gonna calm down here. No, stop putting my shit on. Don't put me in the middle, and don't try to put my shit at risk because you didn't like the way something happened over here. That was so wrong to do to me yesterday. But see, God see how he looked low, and I know how to call Google. I don't have to do what a lot of people do, which is talk to the chat in, the little Google chat, or sit up there, email them all day. No, bitch, I got a phone number, and I can call. And I got that what you tried to make a strike on my channel. Because of the yelling and the cussing, they did age restrict me, but you didn't win. I didn't get hit with a bullying and harassment community guidelines strike like you set out to do to me. And I'm talking to the individual who did that shit to me. You can't, if you don't like the content on my channel, you have the option of not watching me. I don't beg y'all to come over here. What have I told y'all? Come if you want to, but you're not going to try to control me. And you ain't going to make no divisions with nobody that I'm cool with. I ain't got no problem with just read my book. And I ain't got no problem with a Pizarro. I care for you both. But at the end of the day, this is a motherfucking business. And Google only gets 30% of my they only get 30% of my super chats. They don't get 30% of my damn AdSense. I make a pretty good piece of change on this shit. I didn't say you put my channel at risk. And if anybody's in this chat saying that you put my channel at risk, cut it the fuck out. My channel was put at risk because somebody got in their fees about what was happening over here. They tried to strike my channel with bullying and harassment. Wasn't no bullying going on over here. And we don't do no harassing. At the end of the day, this is a monetized platform. You ain't got to be scolded. But if you saw shit elsewhere with her, then don't bring that shit over here because you knew she was about to hit the chat. You knew she asked for the link. Ain't nobody scared to address her because when she get in my nerves and she pisses me off, I address her here and on her own spaceship. And yeah, she gonna attack you because she already knew that you had been elsewhere talking about her. So she see you over here. She see you done jumped on the link before she was able to jump on the link, even though she's the one that I dropped the link for. So she attacked you. She let you know, hey, I don't appreciate what you saying. Now, bitch, it ain't gonna be no there with us. I'm giving you that same energy you gave me when you was up on Kimmy. I'm giving you that same energy when you over at Deanna. I'm giving you that same energy you had at Teresa's. I'm giving you that same energy that you had for me then. I'm giving it to you now. Ain't nobody gonna have, I don't need an apology because here's the way this goes. We not finna turn my den into no Royal Rumble unless I started, unless I'm on that mood to be the doing the food. She been attacking me way before this, so I don't care about her excuses now. Okay, if you felt like she was attacking you back then, why you ain't attack her back then? See, don't let nothing sit and wait and fester and think that my channel is the channel where it could go down at. Because I remember at one time you did go to the spaceship and she spoke to you just like she did everybody else. You said that you didn't like what was the ambiance over there. Okay. So you took your scription and you went elsewhere. I'm not trying to make y'all like each other. Understand this. But what I'm saying is get in order in Miss Dovey voice when you over here. None of yesterday had to happen if you would have just waited until she finished having, hey Tia, waited until she who asked for the link had completed what she wanted to hit on the link for. If you felt like Pizarro is one who had been attacking you for however long, when I dropped my link yesterday for her and you knew she would come up here, why did you click it? And just in case you didn't hear her ask for the link and me respond to her, when you got up here, I told you I dropped the link for her. Yeah, we still on this. We gonna be on this until I'm done with this today. I'm sorry, LaShonda. But see, this here right here almost got real yesterday because my channel was compromised. I don't like that shit. And I have every right to have this conversation when I'm at a peaceful state of mind. I didn't appreciate that shit. And the way that shit came across to me, this is just my opinion, it looked like you wanted trouble. And I felt like you used my friendship with you to do that shit. If I'm wrong, then God will put it in my spirit otherwise. But that's the way that shit look. I worked hard for my channel. I ain't playing with that shit. Don't go nowhere and pop off about nobody and think that you're under some form of protection over here when I don't even know what the hell I'm protecting for. I didn't even know that there were other channels that you frequented that I don't, that you talk bad about that girl, that you were in the chat or on the panel while she was being doxxed and shit like that. I didn't know that because I don't go everywhere. See, a lot of people think because some of these folks say they go everywhere that all us do. No, bitch, there's some places I just say I don't go. So I don't know what happened over there at Kimmy house. I don't catch every one of trees that lie. So I don't know all the time what happened. But the minute that shit started happening over here, folks, and you said you didn't do anything to her, people started sending clips and everything. And all last night after I said that my channel had been messed with, and if you think I'm lying about it, y'all go look at that last live stream that I'm talking about. It's age restricted. Someone tried to strike me for bullying and harassment. And the individual that did it went up under a troll account. And let me tell you something, y'all need to change your verbiage when you up on them troll accounts for real. Because y'all trolling wrong. Get y'all a class from one of these good trolls around here and learn how to do it right. Because when you wrote that to me about if I can't control my platform, Google would do it for me. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All I know is everybody on the front row ain't your fucking fan, and that I know. Never would I ever go up on somebody's platform knowing that I done pop shit and the person I pop shit to. Okay, it's just like this right here. And I'm gonna say this, I don't want you to think that, baby, because I know you in the clouds, I don't want you to think that it can't go down like that. But I'm just letting you know. If I am in Bree Chat Dragon J Don, if I'm in shit Bizarro Chat Dragon J Don, if I'm in Tracy Chat Dragon J Don, if I'm doing all that shit toward J Don and J Don catch me on that spaceship, J Don got every right to attack me. Cause I'd have been all around the YouTube sphere popping shit at her. You give what you get. If you want respect, you gotta show yourself respectful. These young people, yeah, they our kids' age, but they not our children. And just like they talk shit, you talk shit to them, they gonna talk shit back to you. Ain't no respect because they feel like the minute you come out your body on them, they gonna come out their body on you. The reason why the young folk over here respect me is because I'm respectful to them. Even if I'm not agreeing with them, I deliver my message in a respectful way. If I don't like a bitch, I don't like a bitch. But I ain't gotta get up there and tell everybody and God that I don't like them. I stay the fuck away from them. And if I got caught up for talking my shit, I'm not gonna say, well, it wasn't that deep. I just said a little couple of snide remarks. No, girl, if you do that in more than one spot, it's considered dragging, and that puts you in the line of fire, point blank in the period. I don't anger these young folks because even though these ain't my children and I ain't got no reason to try to do nothing with them, one thing I won't do with them, and this some real shit, I am not going to anger these young people and try to use, oh, I'm older than you and I'm wiser than you. No, because a wise person knows not to anger them. The old saying is you catch more bees with honey than you do vinegar. Okay? So that's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all. That was a recap for anybody that didn't seem to understand. Because it seemed like folks were acting like they just didn't want to go back and watch the video. So because your ass is lazy, you got it in the first 30. Just because you on peaceful day and you don't want the bullshit, you got to remember what you did in the past. And what you did in the past is what's going to happen. You know, because of what you did in the past is the reason why what happened yesterday happened, period. And I don't take no sides, but I call it like it is. And if don't know it, you know, I feel like I'm explaining this good enough. If there anybody that don't understand why, you ain't got to agree with me. But do y'all understand the words that I'm saying today? Am I making any sense to you in the chat? I appreciate all my subscribers and I double appreciate my members. But you don't get protection over here if you out in these streets popping shit. Hey Ray Black, how you doing? Okay, the people understand. So we gonna move on from there because I done said what I wanted to say about that. And other than don't try to control me. I don't like that. Like I'm the only channel on YouTube where people have gotten into arguments from. Where was the bullying and harassment? There wasn't any bullying and harassment. But somebody didn't like what I was saying, what was happening yesterday. And instead of you hitting me up and telling me, because I always listen to y'all grievances, whether I do something about it or not. But instead of you coming to me like you done came to me when you in my email trying to tell me about some messy shit, you could have hit that same troll account and came into my email and said something about how you felt. Now, I would have been showing favoritism if I would have been trying to drop people down. No, she started fires elsewhere, and she called her over here, and she let her know how she felt. Period. Okay, but that trying to flag me stuff. Mm-mm. That was out of order. Now, I ain't gave that shit 38 minutes of my goddamn YouTube time. I ain't got no more. That's it. Now, I want to tell y'all a story. Okay? I want to tell y'all a story that happened on August the 10th, 2017. That day started off as a typical good day for a 12-year-old girl by the name of Yhona Arteaga. She had lunch with her mother at their home in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. She lived in the mobile trailer park area. Okay. She was a seventh grader at the Liberty Collegiate Academy School. But see, that particular week of the 10th of August, Yhoana had not attended classes that week, you know, because she was recovering from a roller skating injury. Okay. So throughout the day, her and her mom were having a series of text messages between the two. She was texting her and everything. And she told her at one point, somebody at the door. Well, she came back moments later and the guy that cut the yard. Okay. So it didn't seem like anything was wrong. But when Johanna's mom, sister, and brother arrived home, they found Yhoana savagely murdered, and there was evidence of an attempted sexual assault. The police came, they canvassed the area, and they ended up speaking with a neighbor that just lived two doors down the way by the name of Roy Coons Jr. Okay. Now, his first interaction with officers, he was kind of pleasant. But as with any crime, you may be visited by the police several times. Would you tell this officer, because this is now an ongoing criminal investigation, there are times the police will come back to you again. Okay? And normally people who want to clear their name and things, they go ahead on and they just talk to the officers and answer the questions. But see, Mr. Coons Jr. got irritated. And when he got irritated, he got into a somewhat of an argument with one of the officers. He got combative, if you will. And while he being combative, he started smoking cigarettes, putting them, throwing them out on the ground after he get through with them. He chain smoking in front of the police. All of that made them think some kind of way. You know what that officer did? Some of them officers that was out there that saw his behavior, they picked up a few of them cigarette butts. Because now you acting real weird if you know nothing. You acting kind of like you got a guilty conscience by something. Because if you ain't did it, bitch, you ain't did it. Why is you acting this way? It was determined that Yhoana was brutally murdered. She died from strangulation and suffered blunt force trauma and hemorrhaging, and she had bruises around her face and her neck. Okay? Because of Roy Coons Jr.'s actions, the police not only took his cigarette butts for DNA testing, but they decided, let us go check this Roy Coons Jr. person out. Let us get into it and see who the hell he is. And baby, what did they find? He had an extensive criminal background. He had been arrested 102 times starting in 1999. He was arrested in 1999. That was his third DUI. He was arrested again in 2001. He caught an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge and actually ended up catching that same charge again in 2006. Okay? From 99 to 2020, he had 13 probation violations. So that made him become what they call a person of interest, right? And so that means they're gonna keep talking to Mr. Roy Coons Jr. Yes, they are. And on one particular interaction with the police, they asked him some questions. They asked him that, did you know the Arteaga family? Did you know them? And he ends up telling them, yes. Yeah, I did some lawn care for them. Now, remember, the daughter then said on the phone through the text message with her mama before she was unalive that someone was at the door. Okay. And then she texted the mama back and said, I think it was the dude that cut the yard, the lawn dude. Okay. So that would mean that Yhoana was very familiar with him and he was familiar with her, right? They also asked him, if this was your kid, what would you do? And Roy said, I would make them suffer like my child had to suffer. Then they asked him, what punishment would you feel that said person would need? And he said that he feel like, if it became a criminal situation and the law were passing out the judgment, that he felt like they should give him the max, And then this is where he fucked up. Roy started talking about details that were not released to the public about the child being strangled in R word. Overtalked himself. So from all of that, on September the 17th of 2017, Roy Coons Jr. was arrested and charged with first-degree premeditated murder, first-degree felony murder, and attempted R of a child and aggravated burglary because there were evidence of a person entering through a window. His DNA was found there as well. Now, let me tell you how he really got caught up. Like I said, she was doing them text messages with her mama. She told her mama who was there. Okay. Then he turned around and he tells police details of the crime, giving details that were not released to the public. How you knew? Needless to say, he was ultimately, found guilty. They charged him with second-degree murder opposed to first-degree murder, meaning that they did not believe that he planned to kill her. He was also found guilty of felony murder, attempted child R, and aggravated criminal trespassing. Altogether, he received a life sentence, okay? To me, that was justice for the Arteaga family. Although they now bet Patricia Valquez will never see her daughter again, at least the man that took her life will never be able to walk free again. Every movement that he made from that moment when he was convicted until the day that they bring him out in a body bag, he will be held accountable. Every moment of his day will be governed by somebody else's rule, okay? This man was a horrible person. That woman ain't never gonna forget coming home to find her daughter lifeless. He strangled that girl with the yellow taekwondo belt that she won through her hard work. That belt was tied around that little girl, 12-year-old girl's neck so tightly that the blood vessels in her face and eyes began to burst. Her pajama pants and underwear was found around her ankle. Now, as with most of the commentary that I do when I talk about these true crime shows, I like to give you a little look into what happened. I want you to see the face of the person I'm talking about. So I'm going to play a little clip for y'all, but I'm also going to invoke my copyright disclaimer under Section 108 of the Copyright Act of 1976, where allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, and scholarship research if you're doing it. Okay? I'm going to play these clips for you, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you the criticism and my comment. Therefore, using the copyright disclaimer for how it should be used. Give me just one moment to key this up. This is at the trial of Roy Coons Jr. Okay. First, I want to play a clip for you guys of how the community reacted to Coons' arrest. Well, girl.
All evening long, police say they got him. The man who killed a 12-year-old. The man charged with this heinous crime. Yhona Arteaga was brutally secured and murdered. We now know for a piece killer, they're just two neighbors shocked and saddened to learn of Yhona Arteaga's brutal homicide. Officers say was committed by 45 Roy Coons Jr. on August 10th. Officers say DNA has linked him to the crime. He was arrested outside his mobile home this afternoon. But as investigators meticulously went over the crime scene in days turned to weeks, these residents did not know they were living amongst an accused. Harper recalls the vigil held to death that night. The accused killer was in the crowd. I walked over and put a and dropped his hand and walked away. My gut feeling was he's got guilty conscience. background is extensive. He's been convicted of more than 30 and misdemeanor offenses since 1992.
I think there's a member of this police department that's not troubled by the fact that when we arrest people, that very, very often for violent crimes, that they've been arrested many times before.
Wait a minute. Y'all say that it's chopping. Hold on. Y'all saying it was choppy. Y'all couldn't hear that? Maybe I need to go on mute. Is that what it is? Do I need to go on mute when I share the screen? Is that what it is? Do you think I need to go on mute when it's doing that? Yes, it's crackly and static and real choppy. Okay, let me see if I go on mute and share it. Hold on. Let me know in the chat if it gets better, okay? Because I want y'all to hear this. Y'all saying y'all can't hear it now? Okay, let me turn something off. Y'all saying y'all can't hear it now? Okay, let me turn something off. Okay. And I'm not even on the old mic. I mean the new mic. Hold on. Let's see if we can get it to run this time. If not, I'm gonna drop the link to the channel. I mean to the art to the shit, and y'all can do it there. Okay, can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me? Y'all still can't hear me now? Okay. We're gonna try it one more time. If it don't work, then I'll just drop the link for it down in the chat.
That we have been following all evening long. Police say they got the man who killed a 12-year-old girl.
News Channel 5 Jonquil Newland is learning more about the man charged with this heinous crime.
The Arteagas no longer live here in the home where 12-year-old Yhona Arteaga was brutally strangled, murdered. We now know her accused killer lives just 2 doors down. Just more than 6 weeks ago, neighbors here at Hillview Acres were shocked and saddened to learn of Yhona Arteaga's brutal homicide. A crime officers say was committed by 45-year-old Roy Coons Jr. on August 10th. Officers linked him to the crime. He was arrested outside his mobile home this afternoon. But as investigators meticulously went over the crime scene and days turned to weeks, these residents did not know they were living amongst an accused killer. All but Margaret Harper.
Dead one. I seen him out in the yard. I was thinking, he's got the nerve.
Harper recalls their prayer vigil held for Arteaga a week after death. That night, her accused killer was in the crowd.
I walked over and I put a candle in his hand, and all he did was drop it away. My gut feeling was he's got guilty conscience.
Who more than 30 felony and misdemeanor offenses since 19.
Okay, if it's still choppy, let me get y'all that link real quick. And then y'all can go listen to the story for yourself. I'm going to drop 2 links as it pertains to this story. And then y'all can go and watch it for yourself. Because I don't know what's causing that. I went in another room to hear it. And I hear a lot of clicking. When I'm talking to y'all now, do y'all hear a lot of clicking? I don't usually have no problem with my sound, but let me get y'all this here real quick. You still hear the clicking and shit? Ain't nothing on. I don't have the waterfall, the water, the aquarium. I'm not by the aquarium. I don't even know what the deal is. But I'm gonna share this link so you can go over and check it out for yourselves later. Cause I don't know what's causing that. Your sound is good. I don't know what I don't know what it is. You click, but you're understandable. I don't even know why I'm clicking, child. I have no clue as to why I'm clicking. Maybe I should have tried it on something else. Y'all give me a little patience for a minute. We're going to try something else that may work. It's static, but it's audible. Okay. Well, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try one more thing. Give me just 1 second, please. I'm going to leave out the studio. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Can y'all hear me better now? Is it better now? Okay, it is. It's a lot better. Okay. Okay. Yes, it's better now. Hold on then. Give me 1 second. I may be actually able to do this shit now. I had to jump on another device, girl. Thank you for y'all patience today. I really appreciate it. Now let me get this. Okay, I think I got it. All right, let me see if I can share it now and you guys can hear it. Let me know if everything is okay with this.
This heinous crime.
The Arteagas no longer live here in the home where 12-year-old Yhona Arteaga was brutally strangled, beaten, and murdered. We now know her accused killer lives just 2 doors down. Just more than 6 weeks ago, neighbors here at Hillview Acres were shocked and saddened to learn of Yhona Arteaga's brutal homicide. A crime officers say was committed by 45-year-old Roy Coons Jr. on August 10th. Officers say DNA has linked him to the crime. He was arrested outside his mobile home this afternoon. But as investigators meticulously went over the crime scene and days turned to weeks, these residents did not know they were living amongst an accused killer. All but Margaret Harper.
Day one. I seen him out mowing yards thinking, he's got the nerve.
Harper recalls the prayer vigil held for Arteaga a week after her death. That night, her accused killer was in the crowd.
I walked over and I put a candle in his hand, and all he did was drop his head and walked away. My gut feeling was, he's got a guilty conscience.
Coons' criminal background is extensive. He's been convicted of more than 30 felony and misdemeanor offenses since 1992.
I don't think there's a member of this police department that's not troubled by the fact that when we arrest people, that very, very often for violent crimes, that they have been arrested many times before and convicted, but are yet on the streets.
If guilty, this one crime he will likely not walk away from.
It's so sad. It's just so sad.
Coons remains in custody tonight without bond. In Madison, I'm Jonquil Newland, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Jonquil. Coons faces a new list of charges, including first-degree premeditated murder and 2 counts of first-degree felony murder.
Now, I didn't make that that screen go white. That's how it was on the actual video. I don't know why. But were you all able to hear that without any problem? I hope someone take him out in jail. How do you have 30? Huh? It was all good? Okay, hold on 1 minute, because I want y'all to see how he reacted at the sentencing as well. So give me a minute.
I apologize for a crime I didn't commit, but I will say I'm sorry for your loss.
That is Roy Coons. Today, he learned his sentence for attempting to rape 12-year-old Yhona Arteaga. He said those words while looking at Yhoana's family. Coons was sentenced today for those sex crimes in the case. He offered statements in his defense, which the prosecutors interrupted when he brought up the media. Shelby Sansone was inside.
Roy Coons will spend life in prison, but today he was given 25 more years to his sentence. Emotions ran high inside of the courtroom. Tears came from both the victim's mother and Coons himself. 12-year-old Yhona Arteaga was killed in 2017. Police say Coons forced his way into the trailer she was in. He was found guilty for felony murder, second-degree murder, attempted rape of a child, and especially aggravated burglary. The child's mother was on the stand with the translator. Listen to what happened when she gave her testimony about how this crime has changed her life, and then listen to Coons as he argued that he was not guilty of the crime.
Everything has changed. Our lives have changed completely. Destruyó mi familia.
He has destroyed my family.
I don't deserve to go to prison for the rest of my life for a crime I didn't commit. By letting the real perpetrator go and preventing him, by not being able to admit to a mistake and bring him to justice, is beyond my understanding.
Prosecutors argued that his statement was not credible because of his criminal past, which includes lying to police. In Nashville, Shelby Sansone, News 4.
So I hope y'all was able to hear that so that you can hear for yourself how this man, despite the fact that, yeah, he was crying, girl. He was actually crying like he did nothing wrong, like everybody is picking on him. Craziest shit I ever seen in my life. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? You just took that woman's daughter in a violent way. Like, damn, I ain't get that. I didn't get that at all, and I ain't like that. But I'm glad you all were able to hear that because that's what I wanted to share with you all. I have another story I want to share, but I'm scared that it ain't going to act right. So let me see if everything going to do what I needed to do, girl. I need to do right. So thank y'all for hanging in here with me. I had to switch to my laptop. I don't like using my laptop because, girl, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm old school. I like my mouse here. I do. I like my mouse. And with this laptop, I don't like all that finger moving and shit like that. That get on my nerve, girl. That get on my nerve. But anyway, so the next story I want to share with you all while I got you here. Y'all can hear me fine, right? We ain't having no issues. Lady Nyca, your mic is so good. I want to hear you cuss someone out. On this one, child, you get a what you say? Get a mic, get a mouse for my laptop, child. I where? I don't know. The next story and the final story, because I don't plan on holding y'all long today, unless one of y'all I don't see a room to do that. I don't see a room to do that. I see the headphone thing, and I don't know what this little hole for. I don't know. I'll try that later. But anyway, the final thing I want to talk to y'all about that happened this month, okay? Let me see if I still got this man picture up here, because I think I do. I can put his picture up so y'all can get an understanding of who the hell I'm talking about. Let me see if I can find his picture, because this one going to be one for the books, and then I'm going to get the hell up out of here, because I don't like this damn mouse. I mean, I don't like this scrolling with this little pad thing. The next story I'm going to talk about is one that happened this week, and that involves the man on the screen, one Mr. Christopher Darren Smith. He is a 51-year-old Georgia pastor that took his own life on October the 19th during a recess at the courthouse, okay? Mr. Smith was charged with multiple sex offenses involving the abuse of a minor. He was arrested in 2019 following a 5-hour standoff with police wherein he barricaded himself inside a home with a firearm, threatening to harm himself. Okay? He surrendered peacefully eventually. Now, this man served as the pastor of the Word of Faith Outreach Ministries in Columbia, Georgia. He was charged after the arrest with 2 counts of sodomy, 4 counts of child molestation, 2 misdemeanor charges of contributing to the delinquency of a minor, 1 count of felony possession of a firearm in commission of a crime, 1 count of obstruction of justice, and 1 count of felony theft by receiving a firearm. Now, that charge was involved when he was having that standoff with the police. He pled not guilty, and the trial began earlier this week. Smith's lawyers had sought for a mistrial based on witness sequestration and issues, and the judge ultimately denied the motion. So Smith's attorneys requested a short break so that Smith could walk to his car to retrieve his glasses. And after he did not return, they later found his body in a bathroom. Following the discovery of Smith's body, the judge dismissed the jury to end the trial. Now, child, that's wild. That is some wild shit, okay? So let me see if I can do it again. Y'all give me 1 minute. Let me cue it on up. Girl, I know they ain't asked me no shit about. I said I need a video. Okay. Okay, it's a short video. It's not gonna take that long. Hopefully I can get it to do it.
Pastor is dead after committing suicide outside of his lawyer's office this afternoon. What we know so far is that Christopher Darren Smith is scheduled for a court hearing this morning. This is information coming from the Muskogee County coroner. Smith was facing several charges, including child molestation and sodomy.
The coroner's office getting a phone call just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. The coroner tells us Smith was standing trial on 2 rape charges, and when they broke for lunch, Smith did not return to court, but instead he was found dead with a single gunshot wound to the head.
Saw my friend in the back right there. He got himself shot himself. I just came to support him. He had to go to court, and that's all I know.
Smith was the pastor of Word of Truth Outreach Ministries on Casita Avenue in Columbus.
Now, to me, that's a sad turn of affairs right there. It really is. I don't understand. Girl, he took the coward way out. You know what you did to them people. He know what he did to those kids. And once the judge decided, okay, I'm not going to let you ease out of this situation, they took a break and he ended himself. Well, the devil needed him more. Well, I guess so. Well, I mean, it's not hard to figure. It wouldn't be hard for him to come up with a gun. He went to his car. Now, the news report is saying that it was outside the lawyer's office. It was down the street from the courthouse. So, is the shame and is it the what? Is the shame and guilt, Lady Nyca? Yeah, it was more than he could bear because clearly he was guilty. And he knew. Did y'all hear the list of all of the charges this man had? Exactly, Miss B. He saved the taxpayers' money, but yeah, that was it, child. I was like, another stain on the religious community. This is why people don't have no faith and trust in it now. It's a shame and a whole damn scandal. That was a mess. And that Roy Coons person, I hope he rot in prison for what he did to that 12-year-old girl. That's the reason why I tell y'all got to be careful of these people. Everybody ain't your partner and they damn sure ain't your friend. And everybody can't be trusted. You can be kind to people, but be careful who you hanging got around your kids. Be careful of these pastors in these churches, because everybody ain't doing the right thing, and it's a shame that he did this. Both of them. And I don't feel bad about nothing that happened. I feel like Roy Coons deserves to spend the remainder of his days inside of a prison. I feel like Pastor Smith, if that's what you want to call him, I have no problem with what he did because he did save the taxpayers of Georgia a hell of a lot of money because he would have been there for the remainder of his life as well. But that was it, and that was all. Is there anything else that we need to discuss? I'm not going to drop the link today simply because my goal was to be here an hour, and I have overstayed my welcome, honey. So, is there anybody with anything else that they would like to address? Because tomorrow is my day with Ben. You guys still will get a video. It's going to be a premiere. Please support the channel and me by coming to the premiere tomorrow. I'm going to be, it's going to be some good shit on there. You know, I'm trying to blend the content. So, I'll probably be back Friday for Fuck Shit Friday, but don't hold me. It just depends because the older I get, girl, them damn dates with being, whereas I used to be able to jump about this shit within 5 minutes and be feeling like ain't nothing. Nowadays, honey, it's different. But if you don't hear from me again, just remember we will rock out on this coming Saturday, October the 29th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the costume contest and Halloween party hosted by myself, Mama D, and the DJ of the night will be XO. Okay? So, with that being said, would y'all please drop them purple hearts? We're about to do the benediction around this piece. Girl, I don't like my laptop. Y'all say I can get me a mouse for my laptop. I don't like this shit because, girl, sometimes it don't let me be great. Like right now, this thing ain't even let me be great. I don't like all that sliding and can on. What we sliding for? Girl, I'm trying to get up to where I need to get up to. I want to thank you all so much for watching today. I appreciate y'all that stuck around for the whole hour and 18 minutes that I was here. In closing, as always, you do not have to be great to get started, but you must get started in order to be great. And it is the depth of your struggle that will determine the ultimate height of your success. Have a beautiful remainder to your week if I don't see you again till Saturday. There will be a premiere tomorrow morning, right after the Bless Watkins morning show. So please support that. If I can't be in the chat, that's because I'm hooked up and they doing what they need to do to make sure that I'm better. Thank you, Spam, for that article on Yhoana. I really appreciate that. And until next time, peace.